In this video, we are going to learn how to work with the create operation and create an API so we can store some data in our backend. So if you don't know how to set up your Node.js environment, you can watch our previous video. The link will be available in description and also in the I button. And after that, you can continue this. So let's start. Okay, so first of all, as you can see, this is our UI in which we have these 4 buttons, and in the lib folder I have created an create a dot, which is a stateful widget. You can use stateless also. So on the click of this create button, we are navigated to this create the dot, and in here we have these 3 controllers, and after that these 3 text fields, and we have assigned the controllers to these text fields. And after that we have a button, so on the click of this we will create some data. So first of all, let's create a model for it. So in the lib folder, create another folder which is model, and in here we need to create a model, so it will be our product model dot, and in here let's create a class, so name it as product, and after that we need to provide the variables, so it will be final and of string type, and it will be name, so it will also be nullable, and after that we need to say final string, and it will be price, and after that final string, and it will be description, and after that we need to create a constructor for it, so just use our product again, and in here we need to say this dot name, and after that this dot price, and this dot description. Okay, so here is our model created, and after that let's create another folder, so it will be services. We need to create API dot, and in this file we will create all the API methods so we can separate it from the UI. So let's create a class named API. So in this class, first of all we need a base URL, so let's say static const, and it will be our base URL which will be equal to empty for now. And after that, as we are working with the create method, so let's create a static add product. You can use create product also. So okay, so it will be an async method, and as a parameter we will get the data from these 3, so it will be of type map dynamic, and after that it will be our p data, and just save it. And after that let's create first import our HTTP package, so it will be as HTTP. So in here let's say var response, or you can use final also, and in here we want to say await http.post. so in here we need to pass 2 things. First is the URL, which is our base URL, and after that we want to store the body, so URL will be empty, and after that we want to pass the body, so the body will be our p data. Okay, so after that we need to check if the response.status code is equal to 200, then perform this, else perform that. So let's just cut it and paste it in a try catch block. So paste all the code in our try section, and after that in the catch we want to catch it. So for now I'm just printing e.toString, and just save it. We can also use debug print, so it won't show any error, and from here foundations. Okay, so after that we need to pass the base URL, so let's say uri.parse, and it will be empty. Okay, so our method is created. Let's go to our server and create an API. So this is our node server, the one we created in our last video. So in here we need to say, as we are working with the JSON format, so we need to use that. So first say app.use, so this app will use our express.json, and after that we also need to encode the URL. So for that let's say app.use, and in here we need to say express.encode URL encoded, and in here you need to pass a map, so it will be a map of in extended and its value will be true. And after that you need to add the terminator. Okay, so using this we can use the JSON format, and after that using this we can encode the URL. Okay, so as of now we are not working with the actual database, we are just learning how to use the CRUD operations, and after this we will connect our Node.js to the backend, which will be MongoDB, or you can use MySQL also. Okay, so for now to store some data I will use const and product data, and it will be a list. So we can add data in this list and also get some data from this list. Okay, so after that let's create a post method here. So now we are creating our post method, or let me name it as post API, as we are creating an API here. So for that let's use app.post, and in here we need to pass a path. So the path is the endpoint, so it will be /API/add product. So this is our endpoint. So after that we need to use comma, and after that, as we created a method here, a function here, we also need to create one, but this time we need to pass the request and response also. And after that we need to use arrow method, and after a map. Okay, so whenever we send a request to this post method, it will be stored in this request, and when we want to send some response back, we will use this response variable. So okay, so first of all let's just print whatever we receive. So it will be console.log, and in here let's say result, and after that comma, and after that we can use request.body, so we can see what we got. Okay, so after that let's store the data we received from this request. So it will be const p data, and it will be equal to a map. And in here, as you know that whenever we enter some data to our backend, the ID is automatically added and incremented as we increase the number of items. So in this backend we are creating the ID, so it will be ID, and it will be equal to our product data.length plus 1. So whenever a new product is added in the product data list, it will be auto implemented. And after that let's say it will be our p name, and it will be our request.body, and from here we will need this p name. And after that we need to say p price, and it will be request, and from this request we want to get the body, and from the body we need to get the p price. And after that we need p description, so p description will be request.body.p description. Okay, so this is our p data, in which whatever is received here will be stored in this single data, and after that we can store this into our list. So just say product data.push, and now we need to store the p data here. Okay, so after that we can also print it, so console.log, and it will be our final, and now we can use our p data. Okay, so it will add the data in our list. So as you know that in our math, as you can see that response.status code is equal to 200, means we want to send a response back with the status code of 200 if everything is okay. So in here in our API we need to say response.status, and in here we need to pass 200, means everything is okay, and after that we need to send this status code back. So let's say .send, and in here we need to pass a map. So in this map we want to say status code, and it will be 200, and after that we need to pass a message, so it will be message, and it will be anything. I will say product added successfully, and after that if you want to pass any other thing, like you want to pass the product, you can say product, and the product is our p data, and just save it. Okay, so it will send the response back. So our API is done. So let's restart our server. For that, we know we need to say node and index.js, and now our server is connected as 2000 port. So go back to your Flutter code. So here, as we are using our emulator and it don't know what is localhost, so we need to pass some address to it. So even if you are using your real device, you need to pass the address, not localhost. For that, we need to go to the settings of the emulator, and after that we need to go to the settings, and after that we need to go to the proxy, and in here we need to uncheck use Android Studio HTTP proxy and click on the manual proxy configuration, and after that we need to pass the IP address of your system, and after that you need to pass the port. So how to get the IP address? For that you need to go to run, and in here you need to type cmd, so it will open a command prompt, and in here you need to type ipconfig and just press enter, and in here it will be IPv4. So this is your address, you need to copy it, and after that you need to paste here, and after that you need to enter the port number. So as of now I'm using 2000, so I will enter 2000, and after that you need to click on this apply. So in return it should respond as success, and after that you need to close your emulator and restart it so that every setting will be updated, and then you can use it. So I have already done, so let me just set it, and now I can close it. Okay, so now in our API.dart we need to set the base URL. So it will be http:// and here you need to pass your IP address. So just paste it, and after that slash, and then API/. So this is your base URL. As you can see in the Node.js API, we have created this API/add product. So I'm not adding the add product as the base URL because we will use the same base URL for different methods. For example, for now we are working with the add product, so I will have to add product here, and after that to get the product I will need to add get product. So it will be a separate API. That's why I'm not pasting the whole address as the base URL. So for every method we will create a separate URL. So just save it, and after that in the add product method let's use a var, and it will be URL is equal to URI.parse, and in here use your base URL plus string, and now you can say add product and just save it. So this will be your URL, and now you can use this URL as the post URL. So just say URL and save it, and after that we need to check if the response is 200. So let's say var data is equal to JSON decode, and in here we need to say rest.body.toString, and after that let's just print our data and just save it. And if this is not the case, you can say print fail to get data, or you can say fail to get response, and just save it. Okay, so everything is done. Let's restart our application. Okay, so click on this create, and now we need to enter the values, and on the click of this button we want to pass the values to this API add product method. So go to your create.dart, and in here as you can see we have already assigned the controllers. So on the click of this, let's say var data is equal to a map, and in here we need to pass our p name, and it will be equal to name controller.text, and after that p price, and it will be equal to price controller.text, and after that we need to set p description, and it will be description controller.text. So after getting this we need to pass it to our method. So it will be our API.add product, and in here we need to pass the data and just save it. Okay, so everything is done. Let's just print here. So print our p data here. Now let me add some values. So the name will be glass, price will be 1000, and the description will be nice one. Okay, so after that let's just click on it. Here is a error that unimplemented handling of missing target. Okay, so what's the issue here? Okay, let's restart it. Create glass 1000, nice one, create. Okay, so as you can see here, we sent the data and after that we received the response, which is status code 2000, and after that the message is product added successfully, and the product is ID1, p name is glass, and after that p price, p description. So go back to your node server, and in here you can also see the result, which is the request we sent, and after that this is the final, which is the final result after all the processing, and after that this is the response we sent back. Okay, so let's add another one. So this time I will set it as mobile and just click on this create data. So we have received the response, which is product added successfully, and the product is our mobile. Go back to your node server, and here the ID is auto incremented. First it was 1 and now it is 2, and for the 2 it is mobile. Okay, so everything is working and we have successfully added some data to our backend. In the next video we will create an API to get the data from our backend. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, consider subscribing the channel and also press that bell icon so you will be notified whenever a new video is uploaded. So see you in the next one. Till that, Allah Hafiz.